There's only one place to start. The manager's just described it as a Premier League quality goal. Is that what it felt like when it went in?
Yeah, it definitely felt good to score, but at the time we was losing, so I wasn't really concentrating on it. I was just happy to get us a goal before half time. But I think when I watch it back, obviously I feel a bit better about it. Yeah.
Fantastic pass from Byron, but there's still work to do. You've still got to get the touch and get it out your feet. What was going through your mind as that ball was coming across?
I knew it was going to come because me and Byron have spoke about it for a while, just that switch ball and stay wide. As it was in the air, I knew he was going to miss it. I knew it was over his head. I knew he didn't judge it correctly, so I was just concentrating on my first touch to then see what I could do. And then really and truly, that's my favourite finish. So I would say that's my favourite finish, coming off the left and trying to whip it. And today it came off, so yeah.
It starts well outside the post and then bends its way in. Did you know as soon as you'd struck it that it was going in?
I knew I struck it well. When I struck it, I thought myself it was going wide, but then I just saw it bending last minute, so I guess I could get the wind into consideration. That was nice as well. But yeah, I definitely knew I struck it well. I knew if it was anywhere away from the keeper, it'll be a goal.
First goal for the club, Omari. What's it like to get that out the way, get that done, and a tick in the box for that one?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said before, now in the next games, I kind of not pressure off of me, but it's good to have that, to know that I can score goals from the club, and so yeah, it's good to break the ice on that one.
And the role you had today, slightly different to last week, where you've switched positions with Louis, that you're showing people what you can do as a striker, playing wide or through the middle.
Yeah, definitely. When I first spoke to the gaffer when I came here on deadline day, we spoke about positioning. Obviously, when I was at Wrexham, I played more of a central role, but with a 2. And he said, "Can I play up there by myself?" I said, "I'm an attacker, so my favourite position is the left. But I'd like to say that I'm very versatile. I could play the right, on the middle, or the left. Probably need work on it, on different type of positions, like more the middle. But we spoke about that together, and he said that it will always help me as long as I'm on the pitch and just try to use my versatility as the best as I can."
Having said that, when you're playing in the middle and you're bringing players in to play with your touch and your passes and things like that, how does it feel when knowing that the crowd are reacting to that as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to get a good reaction of the crowd. I mean, as long as you work hard, even if you make mistakes, as long as you work hard and try to fight for the team and get the ball back, I think the crowd will always be behind you. It's just little things like tightening up, positioning maybe that could be better, but that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn and play football and do the best of my ability.
I know as a team, everybody went into this game feeling really confident, 2 goals down. How does that feel when you're thinking, what's going on here?
I mean, I think it was, we knew that we shouldn't have been 2 goals down. So I think on the pitch, it just felt like, right, we really need to fight now. I think it gave the reaction out of us. We really need to start games like that. Shouldn't take for that to happen for us to really get going. But I definitely felt like I've been in teams where you go 2-0 down, you crumble. So it's good to know that the boys have got that fight about them, and we got that fight about us as a team to pull back.
You just nicked my next question, because that's exactly what it was, wasn't it? It wasn't a case of folding like a deck chair. Everybody just sort of upped themselves, right, let's do this. And
if we get that from the start, which I think is definitely coming, that's when I think we'll start winning games. And I think once we start winning games, I think we'll excel then.
What does it do in the dressing room at half time when you've literally just scored and you're off down the tunnel and you know that it's changed the complexion of the game?
We know that we can go out there and change the game around. I think it's a thing of at half time just take a breather, remember that we're all here together, and as long as we keep fighting like we did in the last 15 minutes of that first half, or when we got the goal, that we'll get something from the game.
Once Aaron scored, it must have felt like this is it, we're going to do this.
Yeah, definitely. That was a brilliant header from him. Definitely felt the confidence more after that. I think maybe if we had the wind with us in the second half, I think it would have been a bit different, because I think we definitely had our momentum up, but there's a lot of disadvantages playing against that wind sometimes. But it's the same for both teams, but in both halves. So yeah.
Keeper, a great save from one of your shots when the other lad slipped and you took it, and the ball drops at your feet for another one from a cross or a corner. Just didn't quite come off for us there.
No, I didn't, but I thought I just need to, as long as you get it on target after scoring the first goal, anything can happen. It can ricochet, someone can get a tap in. So as an attacker, as long as you keep having shots, at least you're in a position to have the shots, and hopefully on a different day it might go in or something else might happen. So you just keep trying.
Very hard team to beat at the moment, Omari. What's it like to be part of that? It must be really helping you to settle.
Yeah, definitely. It's just good to be out there and playing football and know that I've got a team behind me and a staff and the gaffer behind me. That's just so encouraging. I haven't really had that at past teams. So I think it's really helping me, and I think it's helping the team as well, because I don't feel like we ever panic. Even going 2 goals down today, I don't feel like we ever panic and think this might not go right. I think there's always positive thinking around the place, which is very good.
You've relocated to Carlisle again, that must help.
Yeah, definitely. So I can, like I said before, I can do my extras and stuff and just drive 5 minutes around the corner and go home, and instead of doing a long drive. So I think it's very good to be locally here.
It's only just a few weeks since we last spoke, and I asked you then, did you feel like it was the right move? You must be feeling absolutely this is the right move now.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Like I said before, I said in the last game, I don't think I've ever in my career played 2 90 minutes in a row. So in the Football League, I think I did at Wrexham, but in the Football League, so just knowing that for myself is to know that I've definitely done the right thing, and I just got to keep pushing now and try to play as much games as I can.
And the last one from me, Omari, are you loving the weather up here?
Oh, it's cold. Yeah, it is cold, but you just got to get used to it. You got to get on with it. There's no point more about it, but yeah, it's definitely different.
Thanks, Peter.